it's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all go, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me, I bought her a CC, and that was her purse. Disgusting what do for the clout. I'm one of the realest, the realest can vouch. They thought I was done, but all I doubt, you gotta pay my next around. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner, get to you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they were made it out of the trenches. Just salute when you see me. Yeah, salute when you see me.
For my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington football team. The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. First carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll come up now on second and a yard. A handoff for Gibson.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver. And it results in an incomplete pass.
A 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's got room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 40 yards for him already. An excellent drive to kick off this divisional round matchup. That might be an understatement. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Off the play fake. Crawford. Thomas brings it in. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Crawford. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And Washington takes the ball down the field. Scores on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's 2nd and a yard. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Brady gives this one off to Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And he gets this one down to the 24. 46 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll run it with Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 2nd and 8 coming up. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's Brady. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Rosas' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
This fielded right at the goal line. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Crawford. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 3rd down, Crawford. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A huge play there for Washington. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. To throw on 2nd down, Crawford. This will be caught by Brown. A gain of 4 last play. They doubled that.
Many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run with Gibson, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Crawford. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 7-yard touchdown grab, and Washington going to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Now a 2nd down and 6. They'll try the right side with Jones. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. On first down, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Crawford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thomas. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Throwing on first down. Crawford. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 2nd down. Crawford escaping the pressure right. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Crawford.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Second and 11.
Now Brady.
This one swung out here to Jones.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Brady going to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Chase Young able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Brady. That's caught by Howard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Jamin Davis.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw forward.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
47's the mic, boys, 47. Check, 47. Watch the backer. Kill. Check, nickel.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up the
rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
Ali Marpet, the guard, caught there.
What we got? 46 to Mike. 46 to Mike. Let him know.
Brady now to throw. Drops it to Jones into flat. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. On 1st and 10, Crawford. And Thomas has it. Thomas barreling ahead. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Blocked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Brady now on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge.
Well, some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Quick throw caught by Godwin. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 23.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. A handoff to Fournette. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Rosas' kick is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
And here's a give to Gibson.
Room past the 20 as he'll take this up to the 22-yard line.
72 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Jamel Dean. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now Jones. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9. Brady, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Brady to throw.
A check down here to Jones.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. Now Brady got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have all but booked their ticket to the NFC Championship game next weekend, and they'll look to finish things off here now in this fourth quarter.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Working with a 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side with Gibson.
And some space here. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Point after, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. William Jackson with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Let's go. 70 Lions. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Washington moving on as we say so long, everybody. Thanks for watching.